The breakout is poised. The bull run is on standby as we wait for the US election. But what is going on with Bitcoin? Why are we predicting a massive move? And more importantly, globally, what's the big bull that's about to enter the market? We're going to break it all down for you in this video, as well as give you some up-to-date charts that you need to see, especially if you're holding Bitcoin ahead of the US election coming in less than 48 hours. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with all of the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency. That being said, let's get into the video. So, word on the street, the hot topic right now is who wins the US election. Currently here on Polymarket, having Donald Trump a 55.3% chance and Kamala Harris 44.6%. Now, the argument right now, and I guess a lot of people have been debating why we are seeing such a volatile price action, and more importantly, why are we seeing Bitcoin dump? Well, the market's priced in a Trump victory. At one point, I think Trump was about 18 points ahead. That gap has narrowed the nearer we get. And expect some more volatility. It's going to do that as this. I mean, if Trump starts to build a bigger wall or a bigger bridge, then guess what? We're probably going to see the price of Bitcoin rally. If not, then we'll see the price of Bitcoin shrink. The question you've got to ask yourself is, are you removing risk ahead of Tuesday, or are you balls to the wall all in? Again, depending on what happens on the back of it, I think depends on what happens to the market. Ultimately, long-term, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency will go up. However, if we get a Trump victory, expect a big rally on Tuesday. I'm not going to comment on who I think is going to win. I don't think that's for me, but let me know in the comments what your view is. We talk about volatility. It's a really obvious one to track. And it's really simple. You look at how much the price fluctuates over the period of time. Now, November, as it sits at the minute, 1.7% red. That's actually halved in 24 hours as we move into day 4 of November, which generally means that that's a bullish day. Now, you may be thinking, too, what are you talking about? But history tells us in bull market years, the first few days of November always tend to be red, as they are in October, but we finish up strong, and I hope November is going to follow a similar pattern. But like we said, volatility. Deribit's Bitcoin Volatility Index is the highest since it's been in July, and it's going to continue to rise as we get severe volatility on the back of a US election. We're going to see it. We also, don't forget, have volatility with the dollar. In fact, the euro to the dollar and the US Treasury notes are surging given that money printer going on, and we are seeing further volatility in the bond markets, which is definitely worthwhile thinking about. Options-based measure of expected price swings in Bitcoin hit a 3-month high as well, indicating that betting markets are tightly contested. And the reality is, whatever you know about markets, whatever you predict on TA is pretty much out the window for the next 48 hours as we await that election from the Fed, for the US election. Talking about the Fed, however, we are then 3 days and 19 hours away from what everyone is predicting is a 25 basis points cut. It would not surprise me, by the way, if we didn't get a 50 basis points cut. I think it's actually more likely, if it's a Donald Trump victory, that this could be a 50 basis points cut, as it would give him the opportunity to instantly deliver on one of the things he's had in his campaign, which is reducing the cost for everyone. And the reality here is a simple 50 basis points cut could absolutely do that. Now, I've been talking about 50 basis points cut when no one else has, and I still am on the place where I think it may come in, but it's very interesting to keep up to date. And obviously, we'll post you all that information. And one last big catalyst, and something that definitely people aren't talking about, and I think this is going to be a big driver into the bull market. I touched on it previously in my update video yesterday, is this: the new Russian cryptocurrency law that was implemented 3 days ago, the 1st of November. But it's all about legalizing cryptocurrency mining, and that's now been implemented in Russia. Well, what is it, and why is it important that we need to know about it? Well, the reality is that the regulations aimed at reshaping the industry, they also have energy consumption limits, mandatory registration, and strict oversight. These are key to ensure that the Russian government can utilize the mining. It officially recognizes mining as a legal activity, sets safety and operational standards for miners, and creates a regulated structure for digital financial assets. Now, interestingly enough, we actually were looking at this chart around mining returns on my live stream, and it's very interesting when you look at previous bull market cycles that they tend to correlate. And it just so happens that Russia have legalized cryptocurrency mining. What a surprise. As the tip of the bull run is about to start, Russia deciding they're coming in to the market as well. Pretty interesting if you ask me. So what does it mean for the price? Well, like I said, it's been super volatile today. Interestingly, we actually were having a pretty good rally. If we go to the hourly chart, you can see here that Bitcoin was performing pretty well, and we actually ride it up to about 69.5K before, well, someone decided to dump the markets. And this is the volatility that we have. Now, on the daily candles, it is obviously a red day for us, breaking under this 69,000 support, but be mindful, this is the key area down here. This resistance line that was, this resistance line that stopped us moving up, which has now become support, is critical. And even if we came all the way down to 65,000, that wouldn't be untoward. If it was a Harris victory as an example, 65,000 may be on the cards. The challenge will be if we break below this, and I don't think we see that. A Trump victory, I argue, would probably send us to the upside, breaking 73,760, that was the previous all-time high, and absolutely would set us in for a strong move in the market. Look out. In the short term, what does it look like? Well, we've got to get to Tuesday. Potentially an upside move could be coming around that £74,000 mark, $74,000 mark, with then the push up to 80 and maybe even onwards to 110. The fact that we had the break on this key resistance line, the retest, and then the move to the upside should signify a strong move up to that 1.618 Fibonacci around $100,000. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And again, we are less than 48 hours away. What could be the most monumental decision for cryptocurrency in history. As always, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you want, who are you voting for? I'd be dead interested to get your thoughts. Until then, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for all your content when it comes to Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, meme coins, and everything else. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.